Jeanette.
Okay, sense of family and unity and getting along with everybody, getting to know your Manåmko and respecting them, teaching your children, your grandchildren, you know, the same thing that we try and pass down to you guys. And always stay close. We don't know how long Nana's gonna be around, but as long as she's here, try and visit her as often as you can. It's hard for her to travel, so it's easiest if you guys can drive or whatever, or even just in the area, just stop by and see her. She gets lonely. She gets lonely inside the house. So sometimes Auntie Chilang has to call like a relative in Washington, a relative in Arizona just to talk to her. That's what I want to pass along, is always be there for your family and your loved ones.
Be honest. And love one another.
Yeah.
Be honest.
Right. Take care of one another. I have one experience from my brother Jesse. I got in trouble one time, and Grandma had this rule that when it's dinner time, we are all at the table, even Grandpa. And if you missed it, you didn't get any food because I had to feed so many of us. That's what we had. And this one time, I got in trouble for something I had done. And so my punishment was I couldn't have dinner. And so I had to go to bed without dinner. And later that night, I'm crying because I'm hungry. I hear the door to Grandma would have me go to her room and sleep in her bedroom so nobody would come. She made sure that, I wouldn't go out. And she's kind of like watching me in her own room. She wasn't there. I mean, they were sleeping, and then I heard the door squeaking. Uncle Jesse comes in with a plate of food, and he calls me to go down on the floor next to the Grandma's closet. We sat on the floor, and I've still been crying because I'm hungry. And I looked at him and I said, "What are you doing?" Because I knew he could get in trouble. And he said, here's your dinner. And I don't remember if he told me that night that it was his, or the next day I found out that it was his. But he had given up because, like I said, Grandma had to feed us. What was there was there. There was no leftovers. And I didn't realize, I didn't know that he gave me his food until he told me the next day. Look out for one another. Take care of each other, because the one that we need the most, that I learned from that experience with my brother that I need the most, he was just one of 10 or 11. But I have become very thankful, more thankful for the rest of them that I've had growing up with. Take care of each other, love one another, and I second to what they said. Be your family. Be family.
Oh, Angie wants to talk?
Life is short, guys.
Yes.
Lisa?
Forgive. No matter what happens in your life,
Yes.
we've all been through so much hurt. We're laughing now. We have so many good memories. But we have all been through our share of hurts. And we could have been bitter with each other and bitter with so many people, but because of Grandma and Grandpa, they showed us how to love and they showed us how to forgive. Grandma is very humble. You all know that. So we get that from her. So the main thing is always be ready to forgive each other, because we're family. We're always going to fight. We're always going to have something against each other. But when the time comes and you need something happens to you and you're just down, that's who you have. That's your strength. We are all strength in numbers. That's when your family's greatest points just really rise up when you guys are going through hard times. But to get there, you have to have forgiveness with each other and be ready to listen to each other and just be there and support each other, because when you need it, they're the ones that's going to be there for you.
Great.
Translate.
Come back to you again?
Keep on uniting. That's all I got to say. She's pretty much said it all.
Unite.
keep the love going, because this is what this is all about. Family.
Know where you came from. No matter where you came from, know it. But even more important, be proud. You are Chamorro Americans. You are Black American. You are Hawaiian American. You are white American. Be proud that you are an American, but mostly where you came from. Don't let grandma and grandpa die and their spirit die with them. Right? Don't let us die and our spirit dies with us. Our spirit needs to grow with you guys and be in here with you guys. Know where you come from and be proud.
Okay, for me, it's what you guys see up here is your Manåmko. I hate to say it, but we're Manåmko already. The way you see us right now, we did grow up loving one another. Okay, even though there are times of bitterness, hate, and fights, and I mean real fights. But what you see up here is a loving family. And what you guys are going through right now, you're going through that right now with your family and with your cousins. So everybody keep that in mind, that what you guys do now will turn out being like us. If you follow our footsteps, or at least not so much follow our footsteps, but keep in touch with one another. Keep this going, the family reunion, with your kids, your family. Like myself, I got my 14 now, so I got to start my little reunion with my kids. But we still keep this reunion going with the whole family, and everybody will be all right. Okay?
All right, so we've got 5 sisters, 5 brothers in the family. Ned is the first oldest. Of course, he's the oldest in the girls. Then it came me second, because baby Sil was the other sister before me that's not here. That's the other party in spirit. But growing up as the older boy, and the line goes down, and then you're gone a lot because going into the military and doing my own thing. Allowance, there you go. The word I'm looking for is to allow your brothers and sisters to be who they are. Give them space, because I was growing up and I knew who I was or what I was. I'm trying to find out who I am. And I'm having a little difficult time with them and mom, grandma and grandpa. So I know my challenges with the family. But then when I watch them arguing like Greg and Uncle Ning fighting, I leave them alone. I'm neutral. I said, okay, they have to deal it by themselves. Ricky, Zilang, Marie, whichever confrontation they have in each other was neutral. I didn't interfere. I just let them do their thing, because eventually they are who they are. And then grandma and grandpa, the fourth, will hold that meeting and continue to say that this is love regardless. So we got support, we got love each other, support each other, protect each other. I mean, the brothers protected the sisters, yes. We didn't have to speak up much, but if we spoke up, like I said, we have to watch out how we speak up. Because mom did, grandma, she was the force, grandpa was the stillness. Grandpa was quiet and peaceful, or at least that's what he chose to be, because he let grandma do all the whip cracking, bossing around, controlling, ruling us, and that was the strong force of grandma. So all the sisters picked that up. The guys got it too, but we also watch it in a way that we respect the sisters, because they have the gift. They're seeing Tautamonas I didn't know about. I never heard the Tautamonas stories. I was not aware that Silang's experience, or Terry, and any of this, because I got up, grew up, and took off in the Air Force, right? I come home, say hello, goodbye, and I'm gone again. I see you every year of our family reunion. I'm not that talkative. Hello, goodbye, I'm gone again. So here I am now at the family panel, and we're getting stories I never heard. But I support them still, I believe them. I believe what they say. If they saw Tautamonas, they saw Tautamonas. I respect them because that's their story, that's their experience. So your siblings have differences. Your siblings don't think the way you do. but give them space, allowance, and be who they are, because it's still family, it's still Kowloon Unite, and it's the next generation that's going to keep it going. So there you go. Thank you. That's it.
Lama?